This is Greg Troutwine with Marine Technology TV. We're here at the Oceanology International in San Diego, and we're very pleased to welcome David Millar, the Director of Hydrographic Services, the Americas, from Fugro. First and foremost, David, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Greg. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, David, I'm sure we've written about you many times in our pages, a Marine Technology Reporter. I'm sure many of our readers and our viewers know who Fugro is, but if you could just kindly give an overview of the company, that'd be welcome.
Okay. Yeah, Fugro is a large international engineering and geotechnical company. It's based in the Netherlands, and it operates worldwide in over 50 countries.
What is your specific area or responsibility?
I'm the Director of Hydrographic Services for the Americas region for Fugro. Mm-hmm. And what that involves is primarily the collection of bathymetry for the purposes of mapping seabed topography, primarily to the public sector and to government clients.
Okay, David, so we understand there's a global initiative to map the world's oceans. Can you briefly discuss that and also Fugro's involvement in it?
Yeah, so quite recently there has been a movement to get some momentum and initiative to map the world's oceans. This is actually being driven by JEBCO, which is an international organization that operates under the auspices of UNESCO and the IHO. Mm-hmm. There's been several meetings since last summer with academic, scientific, governmental, and private industry players to come together and develop a bit of a roadmap for this plan. And the ultimate goal is to build on what JEBCO already has, which is a database of seafloor topography. But most of the world's oceans actually have yet to be mapped. So, in fact, 85% of the world's oceans are not mapped using modern methods. The bathymetry that we see on Google Earth is derived from gravity and not resolute and not accurate. So the goal here is to try to make a focused effort across public, private, academic groups to ultimately map the world's oceans.
What do you see your role in this being?
Yes, so Fugro as being a leader in ocean mapping and probably one of the largest survey companies in the world, actually has mapped a lot of the oceans already, but for our customers. So we don't own this data. It's owned by our customers. And step one is to really get an inventory of what data already exists and to see if our customers and others that own the data would have an interest in releasing it for the purpose of this JEBCO map. And even if that data is decimated, i.e. at a lower resolution than it is currently available, it would still be of value to this project. So any data is better than no data. And the data may have been collected to a very high specification for our customers' engineering or exploration purposes, but at a decimated level, it could still bring tremendous value to this project. So that's one area where Fugro is helping and can help. The other is contributing future data. So Fugro operates a large fleet of international survey vessels. These vessels are often on projects, but when they're not on projects, they are transiting from project to project, from continent to continent. And we have started an initiative to collect sonar data from these ships for the purposes of contributing to this project as we move our ships around the world and from project location to project location. And then lastly, I would say the kind of last piece of this is as the program gains momentum and traction, ultimately the goal is to map some of these large unmapped areas where there is no existing bathymetry. And that could be done through these ocean basin mapping programs where a consortium of stakeholders around an ocean basin, and it could be nations, it could be scientific institutes and foundations that are involved in trying to tackle the mapping of a specific ocean basin. And Fugro could be part of that process as well.
Sounds like a nice small project.
This is a project that is expected to take probably at least until 2030.
us. Well, David, again, I know you're busy. I very much appreciate your time, and I thank you for joining us.
Great. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. This is Greg Troutwine with Marine Technology TV.